Hello everyone, do you remember my new legacy, 100 simolion legacies? I wanted to build a house for Chester because he is living like this right now, and that is no good. Especially because he is planning on getting married quite soon, so we need to build a proper house for him. I'm gonna sell most of the stuff we own. Right now, this lot is quite small. Luckily for me, I do not need to spend much time furnishing it all. I want to make it a micro home so that it's all still cute, it's all still nice, and that is already too much tiles. We cannot have that. I think we might go for some kind of a cabiny vibe so that in here we can have like our tiny little kitchen without the sink, of course. We are not spending money on the sink. In here, right from the kitchen, I'm gonna have entrance to my bathroom. Bathroom is gonna be like a weird looking lamp out in here. But I think that this way in here we'll be able to place our bed, and I can make it like that so that in here we can place like a tiny nook where maybe a bit later our child is gonna live. That is a legacy. So now or later we are gonna have a kid at some point. And I have one extra tile in here to place, so I might actually stick it like that. No, I need to think for a little while. And maybe I'm gonna come to the conclusion that it would be wise of me to make this area a bit bigger so that we can place like a nice, a decently sized bedroom nook. But as for the roof, this actually gives me quite an easy roofing option. Like we can make a flat roof up here, somehow like that. And I now do not know how I should make my bump outs. Maybe a flat roof was a bad idea after all. But that means that I can go for more cabiny vibes, maybe, make it like that. And I should not forget that we need to leave some kind of tiny space to place an easel, because my sim is a painter, so he needs an easel in this house. And this area might be covered by a flat piece of roof, like that. And we are trying to make this house as cheap as possible, because Chester is living minimalistically. He is not spending money on anything at all. And now that I look at that, I'm actually thinking that I might swap the whole house around. And that's gonna look so much better from the front now, even though it's a bathroom. So it doesn't matter, I don't care. But first of all, what we are gonna do, we need a tiny door, the one that would look pretty. So I was thinking about this nifty knitting one, but I think that it doesn't exactly match with the vibe of the town we are living in. So I might switch it to something else. This laundry day looks a little bit better, I would say, but are there any color that would match with the whole color scheme of the whole house later? I'm gonna leave it for now. And we need some windows. And I was thinking to use the horse ranch for here because horse ranch windows are kind of beautiful. And I was thinking that as this area is going to be our bedroom nook, I think I might place a big window on top of it. I might go for windows like that actually. I think that that's not a bad option for here because I don't think that it's gonna be really cold in here in the winter. It looks silly, I know that. And yeah, it's all so open and airy. I'm not even sure that that is a good thing for here. And now I think that our front door is extremely tiny. What if I buy this kind of huge barn door for our front door? Not this barn door, but this barn door. I think it looks beautiful, so I'm gonna leave it here anyway. I could have bought this kind of archway for somewhere around the house, and yeah, I'm just literally exploring horse range right now. So do not get too bothered with that. It's just me exploring the pack I did buy for myself recently. I'm gonna buy a tiny little window in the bathroom. I don't think that we need a huge window in here, but I think that we have some big windows in the back of the house. Some of them I'm gonna switch because now I'm not sure that we are gonna have all of these shutters. Now I think that they look a bit out of place. But we can have this kind of window in the kitchen. I think it is a nice touch. And we can have a huge one in the back. Maybe I can even get a couple of windows that are gonna be like huge, like these ones. They look beautiful, I think. And that gives a bit of a more expensive vibe to the whole house, like that, especially. I can make three of them in one line, and that's gonna give us like a good view in our backyard if we are lucky to have one. So that's what we'll have. This is gonna be like our kitchen area. The fridge will go in here, everything else will go up here. In here we can have some kind of dining area, and this is the bedroom. So the house is figured out. And as for the bedroom, I think that as I'm living alone right now, my Sims will scoot, so we'll struggle with that. I'm gonna place this kind of table the way we had it before, and I think that I need to place a door to our bathroom. And as for the bathroom door, I was thinking about using this one. It should match in color. I think that looks perfect. I'm gonna use this worn off one somewhere like here. I think it looks okay and it's not bothering anybody or anything. And we have some plants, so I'm gonna make some kind of a garden area in the back. But for here, of all the kitchen, we only have a fridge right now. I'm gonna stick my easel right by the window. I think it looks kind of fancy, and by the easel we will have our trash can. And I do not need this light. I might sell that. That's supposed to be like a work reward, but I'm not using that. And we can place our bathtub right here underneath the window. And I would probably place here like a bigger window, but it's the front of the house, so I really do not want to. So I'm gonna leave it the way it is right now. And that is pretty much everything we own for now, because I did not buy anything, even though we did make like 17,000 million from one bottle of nectar. And that was just pure luck. And I think that we already can afford a decently sized kitchen. I'm gonna use horse ranch in here again. For the kitchen like this, I might scoot the window a bit higher. I'm not buying stove ventilation because I don't need it in here, but I can buy ourselves. No, I shouldn't buy ourselves a sink. I think it's gonna be a waste of money for me. And we can afford dining area, but I'm leaving this area kind of open because in the future I'm planning on having kids in this house, and I'm planning on having kids in this exact house. Let us go and figure out the rest of the exterior. So I wanted to color the walls. As for the walls coloring, we are gonna live in a barn, so I'm not bothering that much. And unfortunately, we do not have the same wood without that underline. So I'm gonna use the one that is horizontal. I think it's gonna look cute for here. And as for the roof texture, yes, there is this bar looking one, so that is extremely perfect. I'm gonna go for mostly dark colors. I know that it kind of all clips with itself and it looks all the same. I might use these wooden ones, but they are like 35 and these are only 25. So 25 it is. I'm not wasting my money, but I'm having columns. And I know that columns are kind of a waste of money, but they make the house look pretty. Like without it, it was all sad. But now it's all sad. So, all right. No, we have like this wood cabin. I like it, but I don't like that it's flat. But I might still use that. And that actually gives a nice vibe to the whole house. What do you think? I'm still gonna use the columns on the edges, but I might use this wood texture. That kind of gives like, I don't know, a cabin in the woods vibe, for me at least. And as for the roof trim, I'm not imagining anything new, just typical brown one I use literally everywhere. So that is pretty much the exterior of the house done. What I'm gonna do is now I'm gonna scoot the house a bit back into the lot, and I'm gonna place a mailbox in here. I'm gonna use this seasoned one just because I like it. I'm not placing an outdoor trash can because I don't need that. But as for the inside wood, I was thinking for flooring, this is better for ceilings, I know, but I was thinking that for the flooring, I'm not gonna go for anything like new, anything like I've never done before. I'm just gonna buy these hardwood floors, and we'll need to buy a vacuum because you see all of this dust. I didn't even notice that before because I didn't have any floorings. And as for the bathroom, this stone tile, it's cheap kind of, and I don't think we have anything cheaper in the tile part of the game. Yeah, we don't. And as for the wall tiles, I think that for the bathroom, I'm gonna go for easy choice here, this brown ugly one. But for the living room, I was thinking we might have like the same cabin wood on the inside. I think it looks kind of cute. Like it gives its style. Like the house is now looking a bit more finished for me. And what else I wanted to do is color our ceilings. That is a tiny touch, but you see how pretty it looks from the inside. Now the house has all of its potential in it. But what I wanted to do else, I wanted to switch these lights to different ones. I wanted to use ones from the laundry day. Here it is. It's 150. I know that it is expensive, but it gives me the perfect vibe for this place. So I'm gonna use it here anyway. And now that I look at that, I might actually switch it all around a bit. I think that my Sims will be able to walk around here, but I'm gonna make it like that. And we can probably afford a couch in here. And I'm gonna use horse ranch again. Like, what else do you expect? I'm gonna use a bench because I do not want to make it look a bit too fancy. And I'm gonna use quite an expensive carpet, I think. These sheeps, maybe? I like them. These sheep, they're pretty. Or we might use something like that. At least it gives the vibe. And I might swap the color of my bed. And if you're wondering how I'm doing that, it's better built by mod. If you do not have this mod, get that. That's a necessity if you're playing on a PC because it allows you like do some easy stuff. Like you see, I can literally just change the color of a debug bed and I do not have to look for it in the debug again. I can copy that. You see, I copied that. And can you do that without this mod? You cannot, but I can. And if you're playing on PC, highly recommend. If you are playing on a console, I'm sorry. That's all I can tell you. But about the color of the walls in the bathroom, I think I'm gonna go for all brown tile. That's gonna look ugly a bit, but I think that that's good that I'm using ugly tile in here. I just like it. I just like that it looks kind of disgusting and dirty. I just like that. It gives the vibe to the house. Like you see, we have these filthy doors, all this stuff around, some dirt around, and I think I'm not gonna do a lot for the exterior now. I'm just gonna place some prairie grasses around so that we have something to look at. I think it's gonna be like most of our underlying grasses, and I do that because you can find some fun collectibles around in them. I did get a 17,000 millions nectar bottle. I highly recommend that if you did not know that. I think that the kitchen should be quite functional. I'm gonna buy a fire alarm for us, and maybe I should buy a thermostat so that at least we have that. I know that it looks weird when I put it on this like lock, but I think it's okay. And as for the decor by the bed, I think we can get ourselves a couple of flowers, like one here, maybe one here. At least it gives some interest to the house. I know that it's not the style at all, but we do not need that. And I thought that instead of this chair, we could have placed here maybe something different. I think that we could have placed here a dining table, but I do not want to. I think that it's a bit more comfortable. Like your Sims will just grab some food, sit in here, watch TV. Maybe I should buy us some kind of stereo. The one from Host Range should slot on here. So yeah, that is all perfect now. And brown TV so that it matches. I like this house. I would have lived here myself. I'm not spending a lot of money, as you see. I'm trying to cut my budget down. But I'm doing that because the goal of the whole challenge is to get 1 million simoleons. So I'm not spending a lot of money in here. But I think that I can get a wooden toilet because that is a necessity. Like you see, it looks so fun. I'm using it in here. I might get us some wall decor maybe in the bathroom. At least we can afford to have a toilet paper because all this time my sim was using this toilet. It's close by. I can live quite well without buying a wooden toilet in the house. But isn't it prettier to have a toilet in the house? I know that we do not have a sink, and maybe I should buy that. That's actually gonna give a bit more character to the house if I'm using this like standalone sink in here. We have a cabinet, but we have a sink. As for the outdoors, by the way, I was thinking that for the outdoors I won't do much because we cannot afford tiles now. But as for the outdoors, we might get ourselves a grill a bit later, not now. You see how much it costs? Not now, of course. But for now, we can have an outdoor log in here, maybe just to sit, maybe to read a book or do something. And as for the books, we do not have a bookshelf, so no reading books, only if you own one by yourself. And now that I think about it, maybe I should buy ourselves some books. Maybe we can find some kind of a side cabinet that's gonna be skinny enough to fit into this corner. This one is huge, I'm not using that. I hope that with this side table my Sims will be able to go all the way out here, and if they are not, that is quite unfortunate, but it allows me to place here some books. So I'm gonna stick them right here. Don't get glitched out window, thank you. And I'm gonna do it like that, and I think that that is pretty much the inside of the house done, like really done. We have fire alarm, we have a thermostat, so what else do you need? Maybe indoor welcome mat, like the one we have from Cats and Dogs, I think. Yes, I was looking for this one from Cats and Dogs. I just like the way it looks. It looks kind of cozy and it perfectly matches the vibe of the whole house. So I'm gonna use this tiny mat in here and I'm not using anything on the outside. And now let me quickly landscape. And I'm not spending money on landscaping, so I'm hiding maxes. I'm gonna go to debug and I'm gonna go to horse ranch debug. So we are gonna try and match the whole area around. So we have a lot of these trees around. So I might stick a couple as well. Maybe in a couple of spaces, do we have anyone like this one? Oh, I see a tree like that, but I'm gonna size it down a couple of times. Maybe I can stick it right by the house. Maybe not. I just want to stick a couple of trees somewhere so that at least we have some like visual interest to the house. And this will not do. I don't want to buy any dead trees. I just don't think that they would match. But I think that we can go for some tiny bushes around here, like not that tiny actually, as you see now. And we have a lot of grasses like that, so I might use it here as well in some areas, maybe under the trees, so that at least it kind of looks a bit more matching. And I like when we have patches like that because I place them somewhere like on the very edge of the lot, like I try to do right now, and that would match the area so good. Like you see, now I cannot tell where my lot ends, so that is good for me. I think that I can place here a couple of grapevines so that it kind of contributes a bit to the fact that we got most of our money from nectar, and I want to give it a slight overgrown vibe, and I think that I'm managing that, but I'm not sure that I'm managing that well. And sometimes I like making like a bush that kind of clips into each other, like I did right now, because it looks as if one of the bushes literally just started maybe dying or stuff like that. It kind of looks overgrown, and now you have literally no view from the kitchen, but at least you have a view from your back window to the trees, and we have no view from here, but that still looks cute, I think. And I should not forget about my plants. Did I sell them? No, I didn't sell them. They are still in my inventory. Yes, here they are. I'm just gonna place them in here in the front of the house so that we have some plants out here. So at least we can harvest some stuff. And I did place some of the prairie grasses so that they are harvestable still. And now let us get a finishing touch, some terrain paint. So here I'm gonna place some dirt because I don't want to make like a lot of terrain paint in here. But I'm gonna place some underlying dirt in here. Do we have any? Yes, we do. We have some dirt from the horse ranch, so I'm gonna make some faded dirt in here. And as for the pathway itself, I'm gonna place some stones in here like that, so that it kind of fades into the dirt. I think it's gonna look cute when I'm finished with that. And as for all around the house, I think I'm gonna place some dirt just underneath these areas where we have some bushes, where we have some trees, where we have some prairie grasses, so that it looks a little bit more dimensional. And as for the light out here, I was thinking about placing some kind of candles, but I don't see anything in the packs I own that would look good out here. So I'm really not sure if I should place anything like that over here. Maybe I can place a candle like that right on the floor. That's not the best choice, I know, but it's better than not having nothing out here. And I'm gonna buy some kind of a hanging light out here so that we can place it above our entrance to the house. And that must be the house done. Like this is how it looks in the night. At least we have some light in the front, some light in the back. And this is how it's gonna look on the inside. On the inside, we have a big door with lock on the inside. Right from the front door in here, we have a door to our bathroom. In the bathroom, we have a wooden tub, we have a wooden toilet, and that's it. In our main living area, we have a fully functional kitchen with the sink, with the trash can, we have an easel. I'm gonna pick a dark color because it turned out that the whole house is a bit darker in color. We have like a huge window directing to the back of the house, so that from here maybe you would like to have some view on the bushes when you're painting. And in here we have like our living area where we have this table with the TV, with a stereo, so you can listen to some music, you can dance in here, you can watch TV while you're eating maybe. And here we have a cheated trash can. That's gonna be some extra money for me. We have a bookshelf in its house. We also have a plant. And that is pretty much it. So I'm gonna post it on the gallery, and you can find it on my gallery by my hashtag. My hashtag is Gloveron, just like my YouTube name, so you can easily find that. And I think that I'm gonna cut this video right here. So thank you all for watching. If you like videos like that, subscribe to my channel. And this must be a goodbye.